Welcome to MMA Submission Source, where the fight never ends. Don't waste any time. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on all the latest news. Today, we're here to bring you 3 fresh news roundup from the world of fighting. The first story is about Conor McGregor regretting infidelity while planning an appeal in his civil case. Conor McGregor, one of the most recognizable figures in MMA history, is back in the headlines for reasons outside the octagon. Recently, McGregor was found liable in a civil case in Ireland stemming from a 2018 sexual assault accusation. The jury ruled in favor of the accuser, Nikita Hand, awarding her €248,603.60 in damages, approximately $258,440. In a social media post, McGregor publicly addressed the verdict and admitted to infidelity during his long-term relationship with Dee Devlin, his fiancée and the mother of his 4 children. "I know I made mistakes. 6 years ago, I should have never responded to her outreaches," he wrote. "As much as I regret it, everything that happened that night was consensual." McGregor's legal team has already begun the appeals process, and while the case continues, McGregor remains focused on his career. "Getting back to the gym, the fight game awaits," he stated, emphasizing his desire to return to the UFC, where he hasn't competed since 2021. The fallout from the case has already had ripple effects. The video game franchise Hitman severed ties with McGregor, removing him from all marketing materials. Meanwhile, the UFC has yet to comment on the verdict or its implications for the former 2-division champion's future in the promotion. Despite the legal troubles, McGregor remains one of MMA's most polarizing figures, both for his achievements in the sport and his controversies outside of it. Fans are left wondering, can McGregor reclaim his fighting legacy amidst personal and legal challenges? The second story is about Ian Garry's message to Joaquin Buckley and his ongoing feud with Colby Covington. Ian Garry has a lot to say as his name continues to dominate the UFC headlines. After an unexpected shuffle in matchups, Garry was removed from his previously scheduled fight against Joaquin Buckley on December 14th and instead booked against Shavkat Rakhmonov for a 5-round co-main event at UFC 310 on December 7th in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, Buckley has been slated to face former interim champion Colby Covington in the main event of UFC Tampa. Garry is now putting his full support behind Buckley, urging him to take out Covington in their clash. Joaquin Buckley: "I'm behind you 100% of the way," Garry said in an Instagram post. "Go out and put that man to sleep. Please and thank you. Do it for me because he's not able to do it against me." The feud with Colby Covington. Ian Garry hasn't held back his disdain for Colby Covington, accusing the former interim champ of avoiding a fight with him. According to Garry, both Covington and Kamaru Usman declined matchups with him before he was eventually booked against Rakhmonov. "This just shows he's been ducking me for 7-8 months," Garry said. Known for his sharp tongue, Garry labeled Covington a PSY and a BTCH, making it clear that the bad blood between them is far from over. "One day, I'll get my hands on him," Garry promised, confident that their paths will cross eventually. Ian Garry's career path and UFC aspirations. Garry, undefeated in his MMA career and a former welterweight champion in Cage Warriors, has quickly risen through the UFC ranks. His willingness to step into high-pressure fights like his upcoming bout with Shavkat Rakhmonov showcases his ambition to cement himself as one of the best in the welterweight division. Starting with boxing at age 10 and later transitioning to judo, earning a black belt by 18, Garry has built a reputation as one of the most well-rounded fighters in the sport. At just 26 years old, the future continues to live up to his nickname by taking on some of the toughest challenges in the division. What do you think of Ian Garry's comments? Will Joaquin Buckley rise to the occasion against Colby Covington? And can Garry prove himself against Shavkat Rakhmonov? Leave your predictions below. The third story is about IShowSpeed taking on UFC lightweight Dan Hooker in New Zealand. Social media sensation IShowSpeed has once again made headlines, this time venturing into the world of mixed martial arts. During his recent trip to New Zealand, the popular streamer visited Auckland's legendary City Kickboxing gym, home to some of the UFC's most elite fighters, including Israel Adesanya and Dan Hooker. In a viral moment, Speed laced up his gloves to spar with Hooker, a UFC lightweight contender famously known as the Hangman. The sparring session quickly gained traction online, showcasing Hooker holding back while Speed showcased his courage and athletic ability in the ring. While it was evident that Hooker was taking it easy, fans couldn't help but applaud Speed's willingness to step into the ring against a professional fighter. Fans react to the sparring session. Social media erupted with reactions to the video, many impressed by Speed's boldness and natural athleticism. Speed doesn't even look that bad for someone with zero training. Let's be honest, Dan Hooker was taking it easy on him. But props to Speed. That kid has superior physical genetics. If he trained for a year, he could give some guys a run for their money. Unlike other instances where professional fighters sparring with influencers have sparked controversy, this clip received a more positive response. Hooker's controlled approach and Speed's effort turned what could have been a mismatched spectacle into an entertaining and uplifting moment. Dan Hooker's reputation and IShowSpeed's appeal. Dan Hooker, a veteran in the lightweight division, is no stranger to the spotlight. Known for his striking prowess and durability inside the octagon, Hooker's willingness to engage with Speed in a lighthearted session highlights the camaraderie and inclusivity often seen in the MMA community. On the other hand, IShowSpeed has made a name for himself by taking on bold challenges across various sports, from soccer to now MMA. His fearless attitude and athleticism have made him a fan favorite, further solidified by his visit to City Kickboxing. What do you think about this sparring session? Could IShowSpeed's athletic potential translate to combat sports with proper training? Let us know in the comments below. This is the MMA Submission Source channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the latest news in the world of fighting. On the screen, our latest news video and the playlist. The history of the Kings of Fights are displayed. Click on it and watch. You'll enjoy it. Until next time, champ, and keep your guard up.